The Mimi, good morning. How we doing? How we doing? Pretty crazy move here. There was some news at 8:30. Empire State Manufacturing Index was actually pretty bad, which made the market go down a little bit, but then just said, nah, whatever. Looks like we just had some news at 9:15. Industrial production as well as capacity utilization rate. Those look like they were about what was forecasted. So that didn't seem to matter too much. We have some news at 9:45. We'll have to keep that in mind. That's 15 minutes into the open. It says it's supposed to affect some stuff, flash manufacturing PMI and the flash services PMI. So we'll see what we're looking for there. They look like they're supposed to be exactly where they were for their previous report. So not exactly sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but we shall see. Let's take a look at the graph. Yeah, looks like it's been pretty across the board for that one. Yeah, same for that one. So I would assume that's not going to affect anything too much, but we'll keep an eye out for it at 9:45. Sure we're not stuck in anything. It's not what I... Got about 5 minutes here. Looking at the 5 minute, we did reclaim that pretty much the entire down move. We're right back up to the top of FOMC. This is that line we were literally fighting at yesterday. Pretty big down move here to possibly go into the open. Is my screen off center? Does it look off center? I think it's just you. Looks fine to me. Tamimi, does it look all right for you? Looks like more margin on the right side. I mean, I did change the picture for my code because I finally got the code. So there's a little bit more of the beige or tan or brown, whatever you want to call it. But as far as everything else, I don't think nothing else really changed. Yeah, there's a little bit more of the brown on the sides of where the code is. I didn't want to change that. I need to maybe make the picture itself a little bit wider. Maybe I'll try to do that real quick before the market opens. Because I didn't like that either, but I didn't feel like dealing with it either. At that, I just kind of rushed it last night. Let's see. Probably do that pretty quickly. I'll say I didn't change anything else. How's the new code look? You think I made the right choice using Vola, just VOLA instead of volatility? I feel like if it was volatility, it would have just been too hard. Now it's like if people just use Vola, they can remember that, like volatility, so they only need to remember the first 4 letters. That was the thought process anyway. Holy in my face white. Oh god. Pretty crazy down move here. Literally took it was a pretty big drop on that news. Then it took the rest of the morning there to reclaim it. And now we're just giving it all back in a few minutes here. All right. That. Oh, it did. I need to add a little bit to the left side. Oh, it's just moving it. There you go. Does that look better? I agree. I needed to do that anyway. I just Valhalla. Found a great app to divide the screen and fit windows. What is happening here? There was no additional news. What's going on here into the open? Interesting move into the open. I was really hoping we would open going up so I could get out of this Riley put that I'm in. Let's see where that's at. Oh, that's actually gapped up quite a bit. Nice. I might actually I'm trying to get out of that at just $5 just to be done with it. I don't want to sit here all day wondering if that thing's gonna push down. So hopefully it just opens up, kind of gives me a fill and I can get out of it. Let's see though. All right, we got about 2 seconds. One, let's get it. It's the open. Some data latency going on here. There it goes. And look at that, we're just gonna reclaim it anyway. So pretty good open everywhere else. Charge point gapped up again. That's over 3. JD gapped up really nicely. Damn, look at JD go. Wait, did I get filled on my put? I did. So, okay, sweet. All right, I got filled on that Riley put. That's good. Let's make sure. I didn't get the notification. That's why I was confused. Or wait, did it? So confused. Hold on. I want to make sure I didn't mess this up because I'm not seeing. Order to buy to close. Yeah, it says that was canceled, but there's nothing in there saying got a new one filled. But I don't see it. Okay, buy contract. Did it go through? Okay, it says filled. All right. I just, for some reason, it just none of it came through yet. All right. So that worked out. Could have took the chance of letting it expire worthless, but sitting here having to watch it all day and knowing that how volatile that thing can be, I'd rather just be done with it. Not gonna worry about it all day for $5. So possibly could have got a trade here. Not exactly thrilled about it being in this position. That was also a really big candle. Let's put our take profit in, see what it would look like at this current moment. So yeah, I mean, we're making 75 there on that small little thing, and look how big that candle is, right? So that's probably like $400 or $500. Not exactly what I'm looking to risk. Just wait for a better opportunity. We know that we don't typically get the best opportunities right at the bell anyway, because the candles are so big. Called Max 2. Well, my screen, I can literally hold the Windows key and hit like left, right, up, down, all that stuff, and I can put Windows and it splits it that way. So I don't know if you can do that. I mean, not exactly sure what you're using it for. Made for Windows. Max 2 works with all Windows. Fully support. The window manager you didn't know you missed. Oh, okay, so you just click. Yeah, I mean, I essentially can do the same thing just using the Windows key. Just hold Windows key down and just hit, like, click on. Oh, I see. You can, like. I see. So if you have, like, a set Oh, okay. I'm watching the little tutorial that they have. Yeah. I mean, you can sort of do that, but you have to readjust the windows once you get to where you want it, because it's just going to split them evenly every time. That's pretty cool that you can split them that way. Predefined areas. Yeah. So like it'll split it like in the, you can split it in the fours, you can just split it in half. Like right now I have my screen split in half. Like if I ever want to put like a browser on just the right side, I hold the Windows key down and hit the right arrow key, and it just does it for me. Oxy moving back up that's kind of nice. Glad I didn't sell those 27.5 calls on JD. Thought about a possible long entry here, but again, these candles are just too big. Looks like it would have worked. Not a huge fan of maybe looking for a short here. Although, because I mean, this line's right here, and it has been respected twice already, like on the way up and on the way down. I'd rather just see this move higher, honestly. Charge point kind of taking a dive here at the open. Wow, that was all the way up to 320. Man. To 10, to the moon, let's go. We got faked out. Looking like we got faked out here. It's fighting. I don't like the trade now, though. I was looking for it to just go right down, obviously. Feels like we got faked out. Yep, we got faked out. Got a bad fill there, too. I felt like we hit it a little earlier. Still like the trade. Shitty fake out. A little bit back there. It's frustrating, man, to start off with the loss, because then you're just fighting on the way back. It's the same idea, just frustrating it didn't work the first time. Now we have no trade at the moment. Reclaim. Just crazy, man. Market has no quit. These candles are a little too big for me. I have no play here. I have to see it go higher. Hey, there's the Robinhood email. That's fun. Thanks for nothing. The for science trades seem to be working well right now, but obviously have nowhere to base these off of. Chris will be back as well this morning. It's just a matter of him getting everything set up. And I think he wants to kind of get his first bunch of trades in first before joining in. He said he was getting a little distracted yesterday, which is totally understandable. I wanted to take that long, and looks like we would have been fine. Yeah, damn. This is why that you can't do for science trades without a stop anywhere in sight, because if you don't have anything to stop out on, you could get caught in one where it just goes. And looking left, there's really nothing stopping this thing all the way up until like 850. That's pretty far away. Love to see this thing try higher real quick. Try higher and fail. I don't want it to go too much higher here. Take that again. Just looking for the retest of that previous resistance. Maybe. No follow through. Wow. Crazy. Ugh. Getting faked out hardcore, man. You gotta be kidding me. What the oh shit, this is that news. Fuck. Or some on the wrong side of it. I'm just gonna jump out. I totally forgot about 945 that quick. Oh, fuck me, man, of course. This is brutal. Getting absolutely plastered here. If it did that looked like it was just gonna go blast. I'm surprised it didn't at first. It was just literally pounding on whatever resistance was there. I totally forgot that 945 came up so quick. Yeah, it looks like it was a mixed bag. It's just that increase in volume there. It was pounding at the highs and like it. So. Wow, I'm getting faked out nonstop today. It's kind of rough. I don't like this area. We're kind of in the middle. Got a bunch of touches here. We had the right idea on this one, but we jumped out because of whatever that news was. Just, that was a pretty unfortunate one. Felt like it was going to rip, and then it just didn't. I don't like that trade. Can be patient. Not try to get emotional here. That was just a pretty bad start. Yeah, look, that would have went right to our take profit, and we wouldn't have got filled. That was a good no trade. Just looking left, there was just top here, bottoms here. It's kind of silly to put an order where our take profit would be right at those levels. This just feels like a for science type trade. For science. Definitely don't want to mess around with that too much. Had a pretty tight stop on that one. If it would have got through this area, I was out. But if you start touching it multiple times, and one of these times it's going to break. It's my two strategies right now. My other one's not working too well because we keep getting for scienced. We keep getting faked out. Just in the opposite way of what was working yesterday. Just gonna keep waiting. Wait for our setups. Just kind of chopping in the middle here. I'm a little sad on this one. I mean, I could have. I think jumping out there was probably the best decision in hindsight, even though we lost, just because I forgot about the news. So I shouldn't have been in the trade anyway, which is my own fault. Could have actually, if I looked at the time and remembered the news, I probably would have saved myself from both of those losses. Even though the second one would have won had I let it be, but it's not the point. It's frustrating. It'd be pretty close to break even without that one. Again, not really liking this area because it's going to put our take profit right in that resistance area. There's just nowhere to stop based off these highs. I mean, it would be, did I say 850? Really? Volume is already starting to die down quite a bit. Yeah, we got no trades right now. Nothing even setting up. Could think about it for science trade here, but not necessarily sure I'd be too interested in it. Wonder how many people are just gambling accounts today, trying to pass for the 1-day pass thing that Apex is doing. I don't know if you guys saw that yesterday. For science trade, doesn't look like it wants to even try up there yet. I was looking for it to be right there. It's the volume we would have been looking for to come back down. The more it does something like this and then it reclaims, the odds are it's gonna just go right to the highs. But if we were to get the trade here, we'd at least have the highs to risk off of. But like I said, the more it does this, if it finally does reclaim, then the odds are it can actually shoot up straight through the highs. Well, Froggo, I'm starting to think maybe it was our Russian friend yesterday. I mean, it made sense. No one was talking. There was a couple new people, but wasn't that many. Not enough to warranty that. Excuse me. I still like this trade if it can kind of happen all on one candle. And if we get faked out, I got a feeling I'm gonna. Oops, I didn't even mean to click that. A ghost click. Might have to take a little bit of a break. Obviously not seeing anything correctly. But right now it just kind of feels like we're trying to go sideways. Oh. Yeah, see, that's the rejection I would have been looking for, but just a little, as it faked up through the highs first. I'm actually starting to think maybe if I go even smaller, like just stay with 10 ticks or maybe even 5. Like the amount of times that we get that little push through. How many times do we not get that fill with 15? Maybe just confining it to 5 or 10. It would just really if he'll make it easier. You're definitely the risk to reward is not as great, but the win percentage would probably go way up. Oh no, I'm gonna keep doing this. See what happens. This feels like a fake out waiting to happen. Gonna risk the fake out because I feel like it's a good take profit area. Doesn't even want to try it. Yeah, jeez. Well, so we're headed back to the highs. Now I'm not even sure if I like this trade because we'd have to get back below that candle. I mean, this has been a line in the sand since the top of FOMC, and pretty much all day yesterday they were messing with this same area. If we scroll out, just go to yesterday, I mean, it was a point of contention pretty much all day, and it was the top of FOMC there. You can see it got used pretty much all day. Got under it, came all the way back up, and it's just been hugging that line for the most part. It just feels like it wants to go to the highs. Did that get above that candle? $836.75, $836.50, so missed it by a tick. Must be a decent little seller there. Which, like I said, if all this happens, the odds of this shooting up to the highs instead of a fake out are a lot higher, but it didn't even get above it, so that seller is still there. Going for science trade based off the highs. Risking through 850. But doesn't even look like we're gonna get there. Looks like they cleared out that seller, but I don't know if they reloaded or what. I'm not liking how it's kind of fighting its way up to it. I was really hoping it would just go up, poke it, right, and then come back down. But all of this is the opposite of what I wanted. This is my last chance I'm giving this for science trade. The way it's building up, it feels like it could just blast through. Just every candle is if they're doing it pretty much. Oh, I mean, that was the move I was looking for. We didn't get filled. 16, 844. 16, yeah. It literally missed us by like 3 ticks. And that's what we were looking for. Just didn't get the fill. I was looking for right above the candle, not right below the candle. Safe to say we would have got our fill coming back down. Yeesh. Wow. Move down. Would have been a good reclaim there, but that candle is way too big. Plus we're in the middle again. Imagine this just goes right back to the highs. Then it starts to get a little scary. Like, not scary, but it's probably going to get a nice little pop-up through. Every part of me wants to try this. But I have a fear that how quickly that moved, it's just going to go straight up. But it worked. Pretty much what I got insta-filled there. But it's holding up there, so the odds are this is going to try to go higher again. I'd be surprised if it doesn't try 850. Man, should have left the. I should have put the order back out. That would have been perfect. Just with how quick it was going up there, it felt like if there was like a bunch of stop losses there, that could have easily have driven the price up. I feel like that was much more of a 50-50 type trade. Oh, so frustrating. Because now, again, I don't want to get in here because now we're just in the chop zone again. Sucks when you're red, man, because all you want to do is try to trade to make it back. Start rushing from back. Dun, dun. Take a look around real quick. Crude oil actually coming down. I mean, Oxy's coming down. Nope. Of course, Riley will probably rocket ship away today. There we are, back at the highs. Comes 850. Yeah, so this is kind of what I felt was going to happen on this candle. which obviously would have insta-stopped us because we were sitting at 850. Next level of interest is all the way up here around 80, 880. I mean, look at the bands. I mean, this was pre-market. Since then, we haven't even come close to touching them. We're literally just chopping, essentially. Just so sad we had the right idea. Not the first loss we did not. Or no, that was a short. We just got faked out. So we had the right idea every trade. Just got chopped out. I have no trade now because we don't have anything to risk off of. This previous high we had that 850 level to risk off of. We do not have that anymore. Missed that first trade that would have worked out. It's a frustrating morning thus far. I keep trucking. Wonder how Chris is doing today thus far. Can't even really get in on this. I mean, maybe could have got in there, but just not really enough of an extension. I don't feel there's edge there. I'm just asking to get chopped out like I have been. At least here we were extended away a little bit. Just curious. Okay, it does put it in there. Oh, push, baby, push. Well, that didn't work. I had a feeling if we broke out, we were actually going to break out. But I wanted to make sure I put a trailing stop in there because I wanted it to go. And if it took off like I felt like it was going to, could have locked in some decent gains there, but did not do it. We lose there. Something I don't typically do, but just read the price action that we were definitely going to try the highs there. But yet another fake out. Yep, definitely choppy. Dario, are you the original Dario from back in the day? I'm just gonna go down to 10 ticks to be honest. Feel like we're just gonna get chopped out of everything. Can't take the for science trade there because, like I said, we had room up to 880, and I was kind of hoping that's where we went. What's up, Dario? Okay. Nice to meet you. I used to have a Dario back in the day when I traded stocks, so I didn't know if maybe you were just coming back. If you did that on Wednesday, yeah, it would have worked amazing. Look at this. It's like all the drops that don't typically happen are happening today. Like back into the ranges, like they're not even like retesting those levels. They're just breaking them and going, but they keep reclaiming. So it's just, we're in this like upward annoying chop. Not getting any solid moves up, but you're getting the big moves down, but they're all making higher lows. Yeah, it's starting to feel definitely like a range day for sure. Some back there.
You say I make you nervous, a tragedy, I'm a beautiful disaster, a reckoning, you wonder how I got this way.
If it goes this time, I'm gonna be so pissed.
Someone to clean up and tame, oh, some things never change, never change. You think I would look pretty on your arm once you cover up my bruises and battle scars, but it always ends the same. Can't bear the things I've had to face. Got you crying on your knees in pain. Oh, some
Yeah, I saw people talking about the quad witching thing. I remember like trying to make a big deal out of that last time, and it didn't turn out to be a big deal. So I just kind of dismissed it. this time around.
Suffocate to make me breathe again. Lose your mind from endless pain. Some things never change, never change. Oh, redemption never came. I stopped asking for forgiveness, cause you should know only fools tread with the angels. Fear to go, but you keep trying to get too close.
See.
Myself but turning into stone. So save your judgment cause you just don't know. But some things never change, never change. Oh, they say I should feel guilty and change my ways, leaving crumpled bodies in my wake. So
That's why I moved it up a little higher to avoid the fake out. I feel like if you're gonna do those types of trades, you need to do that. Like now it would have to be even higher.
they keep coming like a moth to a flame. Oh, some things never change, never change. You break your back to make me feel again.
Yeah, breakouts are not there today,
Make me breathe again.
which is good for the for science trades. The problem is there's nothing to risk off of for the for science trade right now.
Some things never change, never change. Oh, redemption never came.
If we get closer to that 880 area, then we could have something, but oh yeah, I guess I need to change the stream elements bot. Yeah, but 1 to 2 hours, all the what am I trying to say? All the volume dries up. Where is the? Oh, here it is. Can't even get 10 ticks. Barely looks like it was 5. Jeez. You gotta be kidding me. 859.75. And that had to have been a tick. I mean, it was literally on my line. I thought about moving it because at that point, probably break lower. What a fight today is. These just aren't great setups either. Yeah. Because I mean, I'm literally trying to trade chop essentially because there's really not much else out there to trade. So it's like I'm trying to find setups that just aren't necessarily there. I kind of do that. I'll kind of go like, so I've been journaling all these trades that I've been taking trading this way, and I'll go back and I'll label them. Choppy, choppy. You guys have any good plans for the weekend? Damn, ChargePoint getting smacked. They were doing so well. They're getting smacked. Ooh, yeah, that chart looks up. Definitely no trades to be had in this area. Just frustrating because all I want to do is trade. Honestly, at this point, it doesn't make any sense that we could keep going higher, but I'd see it do something. Chop, chop, chop. Choppity, chop, chop. Choppity, chop, chop. I have to go back and watch this trade right here. I don't know. Oh, you can't see my excursion. I don't know if this high happened before or after I got out. But if it was before, then it'll suck. But I still don't think I made the wrong move getting out there. Making higher lows pretty much the entire way up here. Hmm.
Shine bright up all night. We're never slowing down. Fall in love, drunk mistakes. We're bound to hit the ground. Gotta keep this feeling.
Good morning, Zishan.
Even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime.
and even that was a fake out. So, sure we're gonna continue if we get another push down here. Go, decent trade there. I'm just gonna stick with 10 ticks for now. I was like 10 ticks to a T. Try to grind back, just like what was it, Wednesday? It was either Tuesday or Wednesday. We had the same type of scenario where we had to grind back. Instead of trying to pad the wallet, we're grinding back. Trying not to sacrifice quality of setups, but we've obviously had to go down on ticks. Honestly, going down to 5 might not even be a bad idea. Ooh. I do have a meeting again today at 12, so I'll have to jump out of here around then. I'll probably stay right until around there, like 11:50, 11:55. These dirty fake outs, man. All day. Wick, 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 wick. Wiki, wiki, wiki. Guys, you want to know how you know you're getting old? Let me show you something I just bought, and I just got it today. Came in this morning, so I opened it up and everything. I absolutely was geeking out over this. Look at this. It's a French fry. It's a French fry cutter. So you just put the potato in. You can peel it, you don't have to peel it. Just put it in there and you push it. And it just creates the French fries for you. And then you obviously have to do the rest of the process. But I saw this and I just completely geeked out. I was like, you're telling me all those times that I sat there and cut up my own French fries, I could have just had this little guy for 40 bucks, 44 bucks. I wanted to cry of how happy I was. I was like, I'm probably going to start making French fries a lot more now. And I'm pretty sure my mom got me we have an air fryer, but I've started deep frying again, like my chicken fingers and French fries and stuff like that, because when you really do the math, like, yeah, it's healthier to air fry, but boy, oh boy, do I enjoy some deep fried French fries and chicken nuggets and chicken tenders and stuff like that. And you just cannot replace the flavor of deep frying. You just can't. Does it really work? The potato pusher French fry cutter thing? I don't know. I haven't used it yet. But so before I buy something, I research for weeks. This one only took about a week and a half of finding the one that I find it. Like, I always try to find the best one for the price. I'm not afraid to spend more for something if it's necessary, because some items that you're gonna find are just cheap, right? And you don't want to buy cheap crap because it's not going to last long. I always use a vacuum cleaner analogy. Would you rather buy a $100 vacuum every year that's going to break, or would you rather buy a $400, $500 vacuum that's going to last you for 10 years, right? Over time, you're going to have a much nicer vacuum, and it's going to end up saving you money in the long run because that $100 vacuum is going to just keep breaking. You're going to have to replace it, every year. Where in 10 years, you're going to spend $1,000 and you're still going to end up with a cheap vacuum. Where 10 years, if you spend $400, $500 up front, you end up with a nice vacuum and you have it for 10 years. So that's kind of how I look at that. Decent trade idea on the way back up here. I mean, that's what we're looking for. But again, we're just chopping. So yeah, the robot vacuums are not worth it. They're such a good idea. And if you can run it all the time, which in theory I could, but ever since having the poop get sucked up in that thing a couple times, it's just sitting in there. The only time I feel like we can run it is at night, but now it's even harder because my mom is under us and it's so loud, so I can't even do that anymore. Put a $100 vacuum and new vacuum box and just return it. But no, Alan, if you're talking about the French fry cutter thing, I don't know. But what I was getting at is I watched a ton of YouTube videos on that exact one, and it seems to do the job. Can't stand the robot vacuums. The only thing they're good for is carrying babies. My watch just said stand up and do some exercises. I am standing. Wow, right back to the highs. Is this another fake out, or are we actually going to head up towards 880? Put your cat on it? Yeah, I've seen so many of those videos. Kind of funny. Like I said, they're good, but they don't do a real good job overall. So like if you ever want something to like clean, like that's not going to do it. But it'll like keep the general area clean. They do suck up all the like if we have dog hair laying around and dust and stuff, like it will get that, but they're definitely not as good as just using a real vacuum. It's like every part of me would want to get short underneath this candle, but it's just we're just not extended. I mean, look at the bands. We're literally just going sideways. Your maid was laughing at it. Yeah, my wife laughs at it too. Just kidding. I'm the maid. I'm the maid. Sideways we go. Surprise! Yeah, I mean, where are these people? I think I don't know if it's the Russian guy. I don't know what's going on. I will say the like to viewer ratio though is not bad. I mean, I have Alpine stream up. Well, I wonder. Let me hit refresh. It says he's got 200 people watching, but only 18 likes. But I bet that's not true. Yeah, it's 48, so it's like a 1 to 4. We're sitting at like 1 to 5, 1 to 6, 1 to 5. Oh, we're actually pushing. Rejected right near that 880 area. Draw. Yeah, look at that. That's where the line was on the 5 minute that I was looking at. Literally bounced straight off of it. For now. Next line would be the highs, which is all-time highs, right? At the now? Absolutely insane. There. Algo kicking in. Yeah, hopefully. Keep hitting that like button. Keep talking in the chat. I got a feeling maybe things will start working. I'm trying to put videos out as well as much as possible. I try not to put out like fluff videos. I just try to put out like stuff that is good. See if we can't get a push back up to the highs here. We broke through. It's struggling. Doesn't look like it wants to just yet. But I feel like that's gonna be a fake out if anything. I knew my take profit would be before the high there, which is what I would have been shooting for. Oh. All right, cancel that order. Just sitting there trying to modify it, so if it bounced there, that would have been my stop. It's like, I wonder how much slippage we would have got on that. Oh, new trade again. Sitting here waiting. Paul G, what's up, my man? Where you been? Should edit your trades and make a vid, no commentary, just the raw, real live commentary. You know, that's funny you say that. That's what I used to do with my stock trades. It's actually not a bad idea. The reason I stopped doing it was because it became so much easier just to recap the trades, but maybe I'll start doing that again. It's actually not a bad idea. I like that. Good idea, Alan. I used to actually like those videos because it was showing the real trades in real time. You want to know why I stopped doing that actually as well? Because I didn't feel like I was having issues with one of my hard drives, and I couldn't send my videos to that hard drive anymore. But I did fix that issue, and I didn't want to take up the space on my main hard drive. So I'm not going to be able to do it today unless I use the stream itself, like after it renders on YouTube. But let me go into my settings here. I'll put recording. Oh, it's not going to let me do it while I'm live. I'm going to write that down on a sticky note. I was getting the air fryer out as well. Gotta make lunch and eat it before eating. Been having to get out of bed early. Sleep schedule's all goofy. So when it comes to payout, is your total profits from one day can't be more than 30% of the target? Correct. So, 2,600 times 0.3. So you can't have one trade more than $780. Unless you have unless all of your trades are that amount. Does that make sense? So like if you have one that's 780, well, I guess it would have to be a higher amount than that, because once you have one that's say even $20, that 780 is going to be a lot. It's not going to be 30% anymore, because the rest of your trades would have to be zero if it was 78 or 780. Does that make sense? It's not even total on the day. I think it's just total on the account, like overall. If you trade a certain way and you're pretty consistent with it, like if you're making like 200, 300, 400, or if you're making 800 every trade, they're not going to dock you for that. They're just saying you can't have like a $2,000 trade and then all the rest of your trades like $10. Does that make sense? So whatever that 30% is, it's not going to be 780. It's probably going to be more I don't know, like near 1,000, because you're still gonna have to win other trades, if that makes sense. But as long as you're being consistent with it overall, like they're not gonna care. You ever spell a word and you're waiting for the spell checker to kick in and it never does, and you're like, wait a minute, and then you're like, wait, and you read it again, you're like, did I actually spell it right? I do that every once in a while. I just did it, which made me think of it. This market sucks today, guys. So annoyed we didn't like get a couple wins out of the gate. Wouldn't really care as much. Oh, look, I got a custom code. You see that? Live tonight? I don't think so. Actually, when I asked you guys what you had to do for the weekend, I meant to tell you what I had to do for the weekend, which is too much. And, well, I don't have anything to do tonight. I don't know. We'll see. Because we have Christmas party tomorrow. My oldest has a soccer game. Then Sunday, they both have swim. And then we're doing this thing with my mom. And then the Ravens game. But tonight, I don't have anything. I don't know. We'll see. If I do, it'll be very sporadic and out of nowhere. Yeah, I just got the code yesterday. I was pretty happy about it. See if it makes a difference. Hopefully it does. I don't think it'll make a huge difference until the 90% off, but... Oh, we had one person use it today. This could be a good fake for science trade. Damn it, I missed it. I was literally about to put it out there. It would have worked perfect. Dang it. I was literally about to hit it. You saw me I was trying to line it up and it just came down and did it. Still feel like this would be another fake out. Was, just didn't try lower. I'll go put these chicken strips in real quick. Yeah, dang. Again, this is the setup we're looking for. The break of this candle, but we're just chopping, man. This volume sucks. It's turning out to be a lick our wounds type day, feels like. See, now I'm not as confident because we had a pullback. And the odds of this continuing now are much higher. For science. Again? I don't like it now. Now it feels like it might actually push down. Yep. I actually even considered possibly reversing that. Just the way that price action. It did not, like if it was going to bounce and miss us, it was going to bounce, but it wasn't bouncing. It was actually refusing to go back higher. Yeah, the code definitely helped. Left hand, cough, cough. If you know. So if you hit profit target, let's say day 5 or 6, you can't just chill for the remaining 5. No, you can with the PA account. As long as you abided by the rules, yeah, the PA accounts can sit until payout. Yeah, I'm pretty sure well, let me verify that. I don't think you have to trade all 10 days. Once the PA request is approved or denied, the account will not be available for further withdrawal requests until the next payment request period. 10 more trading days have been traded. For your first payout, you must have a total of 10 separate individual trading days where trades were actually placed on those 10 days. According to the PA guidelines, before you can request the first payout, each ongoing payout request also requires, so you have to trade the 10 days. The evaluation at 7, but right now they're doing where it's just a 1 day. That's like their thing until December 27th. They're allowing you to pass in 1 day. So for the PA, you do have to trade each day, but it looks like it could just be a small amount. I think where I was thrown off is I know Alpine has let accounts sit, but I think he was already within those 10 days. He just didn't take the payout yet. So I think that's what was throwing me off. Because I know he's let accounts sit before. So that is where the consistency rule comes in. I'm pretty sure. Like, they don't want you to. I mean, oh yes, I'm pretty sure you can take smaller trades once you are at payout. Um, I think it really comes down to that 30% rule. I think if you start taking the small trades on the micros, it's going to then make those bigger trades closer to that 30%. I mean, I wish I could give you a definite answer, but I haven't went through it myself, so I don't know. I mean, it's something I could look into. Honestly, maybe asking Alpine. I mean, let me actually shoot him a message, see if he'll respond while he's live. The thing is, there's only. Hold on, let me just ask. And looks like we're just gonna go right back to the highs. It's market, man. Crazy market. Yeah. Okay. So he said yeah. And so what I asked him, I said, so when you have 10 days and are at payout, you don't have to trade those accounts anymore? Question mark. You can just wait until payout. And he said yes. I just asked him, say you're at day 8, can you just trade small the last 2 days, assuming it shouldn't matter with the 30% rule? Let's see what he says there.
So you wanna go to war with me? You're talking like you think you're royalty. You think that I'm afraid, but I don't break. I heard you question my stability. You think I'll fall just like a guillotine, but I am here to stay. Won't look away. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. I'm coming for the throne. I'm coming for the throne. So you wanna be my enemy? You should've known I'd never kiss the rain.
So yeah, so it looks like you can flip the last 2 if you have to. Like if you get that far along. It doesn't, that's the problem, is I went through their like frequently asked questions and stuff, and I don't see a definitive answer to that. So, but it looks like as long as you're close enough, you should be fine. And it really comes down to that 30% rule, I think, is why you got to be careful on flipping. Every time I search Apex, Apex Legend comes up. Yeah, you gotta search Apex Trader.
Storm is coming.
Yeah, and then once you request the withdrawal, that very next day, the new 10 days start. So like if you're looking to go a payout every 10 days, like if you requested on the 15th, you would then have 10 days of trading until the next payout. So you would have to trade all 10 days essentially. Hit it on day 5 and I don't know what to do. I would try to trade the same way, just as small as possible. Like what type of strategy are you using? Is it one where you can have a tight stop and stuff like that? I mean, that's what I would do. He's saying trade 3 more days. Yeah, he's saying 8's kind of the magic number. So if you get to 8, you could flip those last 2 days. But he's saying try to trade as normal as possible until then. This sucks, man. It's looking like it's going to just end up being a red day. Not going to force any trades. Hey, it worked. Congrats, Paul. Good stuff getting the payout, by the way. It's good shit. Jelly. Been there once before. Didn't get the payout because I'm an idiot. Looks like we want to try the highs again. We're at the high. problem, Paul. This was an all-time high. Thought I just realized. I forgot I drew that line because it was all-time highs. Definitely no for science trade happening here.
The world has been broke down. The world is just announced. Final time is now. The final time to bow. But I will not get down. For you can't force me now. Awakening is clear. I could show you how. I could show you how to fight them. I could show you how to defeat them now.
I don't know what to do with this.
Andrew, welcome. Thanks for the sub. We cannot extend away at all. Only time we did was here. And I didn't like this trade because you're running right into that previous resistance. Nice drop there. Gotta be kidding me. Okay. I just want that first push. The amount of times we've seen that wick go right to our order.
much, now I'm swallowed. Now I'm the fool while you're breaking rules. Dangerous path that I follow. Oh, go on, just do what you do. And it hurts as I bleed for you, cry for you. Let me bleed.
Second down and 13. Oh, baby. Unbelievable. Jack Jones.
Let me bleed. All of the pain seems to follow like a shadow, dark and cold to the touch. Am I insane not to let go? Oh, go on, just do what you do. And it hurts as I bleed for you, cry for you. Let me bleed. As I bleed for you, cry for you. Let me
Just fake out after fake out after fake out on every candle. Love me. Like, starch. Just waiting for that one day where. But if he looks like that when it.
All right, I got this meeting here in about 3 minutes, so I'm gonna get out of here. Appreciate y'all being here. Have a good weekend. Don't do anything crazy. I'll be back here Monday morning. Hopefully you're all here to join me as well. Hit that like button on the way out. Thanks for all the support. Again, don't do anything silly. Stay safe. Looks like it's gonna be a red day here, and I'll see you Monday. Peace. Buttermilk.